Hi everyone, welcome to TwoTwins in EVE, your weekly update for EVE Online stuff. I am your host, The Lone Wolf, and as you can see I'm spinning my ship. It's been such a long time, but finally we can get back into spinning our ships. The hangar view has had a few graphical improvements as well. I mean, just look down below there, looks really nice. So it was added again in a patch on Tuesday by CCP, so thank you very much for that, CCP. And I think it shows that when the players want something and and when they are in the right for wanting it, CCP will listen to us. Personally, I'd definitely like to see what the numbers will turn out to be, how many people use the ship spinning versus the number of people that still going to the captain's quarters. My choice here is clear, you know, performance is definitely very important, and there is one annoying bug with the deployment that I've noticed is that my brother keeps seems to have a cold over there. Is that the window seems to be moving around at random when docking and undocking. So let's just undock here quickly. There was actually a CCP GM in the help channel yesterday to try and figure out what was going on with a few other people, and as far as I've been able to see, keeping a bit of space in between your windows is a good idea, and the major problems comes with your cargo window and whenever anything overlaps with the with the station information window in the hangar view. So yeah, CCP is working on it, GM's even in help channel to try and figure out what this bug is all about. There are also 2 dev blogs, and while I head for the second one, the topic about the second one, the first one is just it's a new ways to to provide CCP with bug reports. It's all very technical stuff, so if you're into that, just go over to the website and have a look at the dev blog. But the more interesting one, in my opinion, was the one about the player-owned customs offices that they're planning to introduce, I think, with the winter expansion. What's it all about? In HiSec, the customs offices, which I'm warping to right here, will still be run by Concord, but will become twice as expensive. And in low-sec, null-sec and wormhole space, all the customs office will be removed, and players will have to build their own, but of course in exchange for that they'll be able to manage it, so they'll be able to set their own tax rates from 0 to 100% actually, so you can completely monopolize the resources on a on a planet. I have to do my PI anyway, so let's just quickly get over that as well. Now if I'm not mistaken, you can still use the launch pad if you don't want to use someone else's customs office. But the more important aspects of it, I think, are that it's actually really EVE Online-like, so people can fight over it. You can destroy them. They're corp-owned. But I expect that in 0.0 especially, this will be able to give a lot of additional targets and a lot of additional timers. So maybe even spread out fleets a bit more and cause extra battles, but not necessarily the big blobs. Because if you have like 5 or 6 planets in a system that you have to defend, that's another 5 or 6 places where you have to commit some ships to. And all in all, I think this is a good idea. It's also going to be a bit like an ISK sync, because as far as I understand it, it's the blueprint. I hope they're blueprint copies so that it becomes an ISK sync. Will have to be bought with either Concord loyalty points or faction warfare loyalty points. So, oh, did I do all of them already? Yep, looks like it. So now I can get back to my notes. With Concord and Faction Warfare loyalty points, so that's a good way to maybe stimulate some people and get them interested into that if they can make some money that way. Anything else? Oh, you will also be able to set the standings in order to deny enemies access to planetary resources there. So it really becomes a part of your corporation and something to defend or attack. I can also see if, for instance, you find a C3 wormhole, something like that, with a corp in it, you know, and you want to start a fight on your own terms, you could just go ahead and engage their customs offices and hope that they come and defend with a few stealth bombers hanging around there. You know, things like that come into mind when CCP announced this. Came into mind when CCP announced this change to the player-owned customs office. So a good change, and possibly, of course, as well a first step towards Dust again. So you know, if corps can start to fight over customs offices, of course hiring Dust mercenaries is just a small step from there. Lastly, it's an announcement I read just a few minutes ago when I first logged in the game today, that CCP is going to have to let go of some of the staff because of their refocusing on EVE Online. And the things that I noted most about it is that the development from World of Darkness, I think it's called, is what's going to take the brunt from these changes, from these layoffs. You know, they're layoffs, no other way to say it. And that they're going to focus heavily on EVE Online and to get Dust 5.14 launched, which they hope they can do more quickly by. But yeah, Dust, the World in Darkness or of Darkness. I'm not really sure. I haven't been following it. Will definitely take a severe hit from this. But the other thing mentioned was that the sub numbers from EVE Online are actually higher at the moment than they were last year. So it looks like the whole debacle so far hasn't really cost them that many subs. So yep, let's personally I think that's a good choice. You know, focus on your core game and on your paying customers, and try and develop all the extra stuff you want to do, but don't overextend your company, which I feel they have done a bit, and which they also say they have done. So yep, let's hope that not too many people get laid off without an alternative. But for the game itself, I think this is positive. So yep, go CCP, and that's it for this week, and I'll see you guys next time.